questions in action. So first of all, show that the square of the velocity of the particle is given by that. So because it's a show, you actually need to either differentiate to show it or integrate to show it. So we get v squared is n squared a squared minus x squared. So if you start with acceleration equals minus n squared x, then we just go d dx of a half v squared is minus n squared x. When you integrate that, you get a half v squared is minus n squared x plus c. But we know that when v equals 0, it was at the end point, so x equals a. Also, integrating that, the x becomes x squared on 2, because you're going to add 1 to the indice divided by it. So that's a half 0 squared equals minus n squared on 2 times a squared plus c. So that 0 is minus n squared a squared on 2 plus c. Bring that to the other side, and the c is n squared a squared on 2. So that means that v squared equals minus n squared x squared on 2 plus n squared a squared on 2. So v squared equals n squared. So it's a half v squared equals that. If you times by 2, the 2 goes on all of them, because it's in all of them. And then it's minus n squared x plus n squared a squared. So if you take out the n squared, you get a squared minus x squared as required. Maximum speed is na. The maximum acceleration is n squared a. And it should actually be plus or minus, because it can happen at either end of the oscillation. Particle is initially at the origin. Then displacement x will equal a sine nt. So we want to know the first time in the particle speed is half its max speed. So we know when the v is half na. So I guess if I differentiate this, you get na cos nt. And we want to know when na cos nt equals a half na. So as you can see, the na's will cancel out. So you get cos nt equals a half. So cos is equal to half here and here, because that's where it's positive. So nt equals pi on 6, and 2 pi minus, pi on 3, because it's 60. Cos is equal to half at 60. Okay, so keep going with that. So that means that's pi on 3. And if you times that by 3 and 1, you get 6. 6 minus 1 is 5 pi on 3. That's what nt is. So t equals pi on 3n, 5 pi on 3n. And that would be the 2 times when it is half of its maximum speed. Just got 2 more questions. So a particle moves in simple harmonic motion. Its max speed, which is na, equals 2. Its max acceleration, which is n squared a equals 6. So that means